What's up guys, it's Bebe. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video today. I'm gonna be sitting down and going through the whole EDC Vegas lineup with you guys. So I just posted a video recently live reacting to it when it dropped across EDC socials with my boyfriend Garrett, and that was fully our raw and real reaction to it. And I just wanted to say quickly thank you so much for all the positive feedback on that video. Genuinely, we recorded that, posted it, and I did all of that before even going on socials to see what other people were saying. So when I did go on socials afterwards, I was really shocked at how many people did not fuck with the lineup this year. People were saying it was bad. Lots of negativity around it this year. I personally just think people love to complain in this industry and in this scene, but maybe that's just me. I personally love the lineup. I think it's great. I think there's so many amazing artists on it. And it was nice to read your comments afterwards saying, you know, thanks for making some type of positive content around the lineup, because I felt bad that everyone else hated it and I liked it. Don't feel bad about that. This lineup is great. It's strong. There's so much talent. And if other people don't like it, more room in the crowd for us, you know what I'm saying? Like I said in the other video, we will be going again this year. We're camping again. We're doing the whole experience once again, and I'm so excited. EDC is a very special festival to me and to both Garrett and I, so we can't wait to be back. Hope to see a lot of you guys there. And I can't wait to go through this lineup with you guys. So in case you're new here, I make videos all about dance music and the festival scene that surrounds it. I do a lot of lineup reviews like this where I go through literally every name on here and kind of tell you what genre they are. So for the names that you don't know, but you know the genre and you know you like it, you can kind of note them down so you can go check them out at the festival. Basically, I researched this whole lineup so that you don't have to. You can sit back, relax, get a drink, get a snack. This is a long lineup, so you might want to do that. Let's just jump right into it. I know they released the stage lineups by now, but I'm going to go through just the general graphic because I think that's easier and I want to go by day. So let's just jump right in. Starting with Friday, we have Above and Beyond, which if I remember correctly, they were at Circuit Grounds on the stage graphics, which is going to be so magical. Circuit Grounds is my favorite stage personally, and if you've never seen an Above and Beyond set, I highly recommend them. Even if you're not super into trance, it's just a very uplifting, melodic, feel-good set, and I don't think you can go wrong with them. So if you've never seen them, go check them out. Then we have Alice in Wonderland, which kudos to her truly for doing all of these festivals and events while pregnant, because she is a badass lady for that and I respect her so much. So she's gonna be at EDC, which is awesome. Annabelle England for more house, also a really talented vocalist. Andy C for some drum and bass. The one thing I will say about the EDC lineup this year is that I was hoping for a little more drum and bass. I'm a little bummed that there's not more, but there are some really strong acts on there that I'm very excited about, so that's okay. Arm & Hammer for your more melodic bass vibes. Art Bat for more techno. Azeka is house, she's super talented. Barely Alive is bass. Biscuits back-to-back Martin Ikin will be a really cool house set. Blastoise is trance. Blue Claire is house. Born Dirty is house. Corolla is house. That is one thing I will say also about this lineup, is there is so much fucking house. Like, we are in the era of house music. Everyone and their mother is into house. Even if you're not really into raving or dance music, I feel like the more house shows I go to, at least in New York, there's so many people, like, I know from college there who were never into raving. Like, it's just the thing right now. So lots of house on this lineup. Champagne Drip is more like experimentally bass. Cloverdale is house. Cosmic Gate is trance. The Tweakas is hard dance. If you are looking to go to Wasteland but you're not a hard dance person but you just want to experience it, I highly recommend the Tweakas or like Tweakacore, Darren Styles, like the more like happy, euphoric kind of happy hardcore, euphoric hard style would probably be the artists that you want to try at Wasteland. I wouldn't jump into like the raw stuff. David Guetta is going to be there. David Morales is like a legendary artist. He'll be playing. Disco Dom is Dom Bresky's new like disco house alias type thing going on. I definitely want to check that out. Disco Lines will be there. I feel like that's a pretty popular name. DJ Anime and DJ Isaac and Dr. Funk are all hard dance. Duke Dumont kind of crosses a lot of different genres, but mostly house. Dustin Hussein, please let me know if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Eli Brown is like house techno. I feel like there's a lot of those artists that kind of teeter between house and techno, and Eli Brown is one of them. Eliminate is bass, Eptic is bass. Fallen back-to-back Richter with MC Dino is going to be drum and bass. That'll be very fun. Ferry Corson is trance. Fisher is house. Friction is drum and bass. Frosttop is a bass artist. Super cool. Funtcase is also bass. Galantis, I feel like everyone kind of knows. Grizz for your more like funky bass. He's a super talented musician as well. He plays the saxophone. It's really awesome. Hannah is house. Hint of Lavender is house. Hugel is house. James Hype, one of 3 sets. That's another thing I will say about the lineup. I have a few comments in between the artists here. Why are there 3 James Hype sets? Insomniac said you get not 1, not 2, but 3 James Hype sets because 1 was not enough. And not even 2 was enough. There's 3. Don't know why, but Jerome Ismay is progressive house. Kayvon is bass, a little bit more melodic. He does a lot of cool remixes as well. Killscript is techno. Cream is melodic house. Lady Sinclair is house. Lenny D is hard dance. Lil Texas is hard dance. Loco Dice back-to-back Fisher. I thought this was really interesting and I would probably stop by to check it out. This is house. Louis Vega house. Love Fingers and Heidi Lawton is kind of like multi-genre-ish. Wouldn't classify it under one, but mostly house. Martin DeYoung is trance. Mala back-to-back Wax Motif is going to be a really good house set. I definitely want to check that out. Mark V is house. Marshmallow, I feel like everyone kind of knows. Matroda, Garrett's favorite, house. That'll be a really fun set. I think he's doing 2 also once the stage lineup came out. I think there was also a Matroda and Friends set, so that'll be really cool as well to see who turns up. Matt Fax is trance. Medusa's more like housey, kind of, I don't know, there's a little bit more pop leaning stuff in there. Memba is house. Mike Dunn, house. Miss Dre, Nostalgics, Odd Mob, all house, you guys. There is so much fucking house on this lineup. Omar Santana is kind of like acid-y techno kind of vibes. Patrick Topping, house. Paul Denton is trance. Paulina Her is a really talented like vocalist, but also kind of like bassy. I would say more melodic bass. Pretty Pink is trance. Reaper is drum and bass. Riot 10 back-to-back Jessica Audifred is more like dubstep, very heavy bass. Said This Guy, more melodic bass. He also plays the piano live. It's really cool. San Pacho is house. She or Shay, I'm not sure, please correct me to what it is, but hard dance. Side piece, really fun house set always. It's Nitty Gritty and Party Favors house alias together. Sound Rush is hard dance. Sullivan King back-to-back Kaiwachi will be a really heavy bass set. I'm sure that's at Bass Pod. I'm like 90% sure it is. Vinny Vici is Psytrance. Warface is hard dance. And Yetep is bass. A lot of like melodic vibes. Woo! That is Friday, you guys. This lineup is always one of the hardest ones to go through because there are just so many names. But that's Friday. So now let's move into Saturday. We got 12th Planet bass. A-Craze is like more housey. I'm sure everyone knows Do It To It. That was like the song of 2021. It was everywhere. So he'll be back. Afrojack is doing a sunrise set, which I thought was really interesting. I would love to see what kind of vibe he brings to that because I feel like it wouldn't be necessarily all of his like progressive house stuff. So we will see. AK Sports, she's house. A-Lock house. At Dusk is trance. Audio Freak is hard dance. Ben Nicky presents Emotional Havoc. I'm not too familiar with the difference between Ben Nicky's sets, but Ben Nicky is awesome. It's kind of like a mix between trance and hard dance and just a lot of really uplifting stuff. I'm not sure what Emotional Havoc is in particular, so if someone could drop a comment and let everyone know, that would be very helpful. Ben UFO, really cool artist to check out. He's house. Billy Gillies, I think is how this is pronounced, is trance. Boris Brecha, I feel like everyone loves Boris. It's kind of like a cult following at this point, but definitely a cool set to check out. Camden Cox and Cheney are house. Chris Lake will be a vibe. Honestly, you can't go wrong with Chris Lake. I know he's like a basic house artist, okay, but you know what? I always have the best fucking time at his sets. I will be shaking my non-existent ass. Like, you will always catch me at a Chris Lake set. I don't even care. Sid back-to-back Sage Armstrong will be a very fun house set as well. Is It Kune will be hard dance. Danny Days is multi-genre, I would say mostly techno. Darren Styles, again, this is one of the names I mentioned earlier. If you're not a Wasteland person but you want to dip your toes in, cool set to check out. Dionysus and Yosef, I think is how it's pronounced, present Bigger, Stronger, Faster. This is hard dance, and by the title I would be kind of intrigued to check it out. I don't know about you. Dom Dalla having a killer period in his career right now. House, definitely a good one to check out. Don Bresky, always a fun set. Again, House, can't go wrong. Excision back-to-back Dion Timmer, that will be really fun. I think I would probably stop by that one. I'm getting to the point where like I've seen Excision enough times, I think, that I probably wouldn't see him at an EDC type festival. Like, I don't know, just once you see him at Lost Lands, I feel like everything else is just kind of, in terms of like seeing him at other festivals. But this is a back-to-back that I would love to see, so I'll probably stop by this. Fallon is House, Ferric Dawn is Trance, Fury back-to-back Night Stalker is D&B, Gareth Emery presents Decades, that's Trance. I'm not sure what Decades is in particular, but I'm sure it'll be good. I love Gareth Emery. Giuseppe Ottaviani, I always feel like I pronounced this one wrong, but that's Trance. Abstract is House, Hot Since 82 is like house techno vibes. Hades, I think is how it's said, is bass, but it's very like rock influenced. So if you're into rock, I would definitely check out Hades. James Hype, once again, there he is. His agent has got to be like working overtime, because how the fuck are you on the EDC lineup 3 times? Honestly, a slay for you. James. Which is kind of funny because James Hype is on there 3 times, but James is a different artist on the lineup, and that is House. John Briers is very like multi-genre, I would say. Yorza is Trance. I never know whether to say like Yorza or Jorza. When I see like J's like that, in my brain I read them as like German or Dutch, so I always do like with an English like Y sound. But it could very well be Jorza. I don't know, but I'm gonna say Yorza. Gesture, really fun set to check out. Cascade, always a good vibe. You can't go wrong with Cascade, and I always love to see him. Kate Tronada was a name that I was kind of surprised to see on the EDC lineup. Kate Tronada, I feel like, is more like mainstream dance music. Not in a bad way. I love Kate Tronada. I'm a big fan. I am so excited to see what he brings to EDC, but I was like, wow. Very cool. I think it's awesome that they booked Kate Tronada. Katama is House. Korlova is like more melodic, kind of housey, techno. I really like her sets. Lady Faith is hard dance. Leila Benitez is House. Mau P also having a killer point in his career right now. He is House. Metric back-to-back graphics is D&B. Nian is House. Michael Bebe, like housey, techno-y. I'm sure he's gonna be at Neon Garden. Mochak is a really fun house artist if you've never seen him. He is just like high energy, good time party. I don't know how else to explain him, but he is awesome. Motapit is techno. Moody Good is doing a throwback set. I thought that was really cool. It's like bassy. Morton is House, more like poppy house, I would say, a little bit more commercial. Ms. Mata back-to-back Bakke, I think is how it's said, is House. Nala is House. Netsky is D&B. Noizu is House. Paco Suna is techno. Ray Volpe is bass. Rebellion, hard dance. Salute is House, a little bit more like upbeat house. Cheryl is multi-genre. Some like, I don't know, some like break, some kind of jungle, some, I wouldn't classify it under one genre. Soft is Hard, also kind of a lot of genres. I would say mostly hard dance. Sunny Federa is House. Space Laces is bass. Spencer Brown is Trance. We actually just had him play a Gray Area show recently, and he was awesome. I really love his style. It's very melodic, a good vibe all around. Sue is hard dance. Sub-Zero Project is also hard dance. Subtronics is back at EDC. He's bass. Sullivan King is bass, more like rock, heavy, metal, screamo influenced. Sudden Death is doing an Into the Inferno set. This is one of his more like recent types of sets. The Martinez Brothers, housey techno. I'm sure they'll be Neon Garden as well. Tiesto, I feel like everyone knows. Tom and Collins is House. Triad, I think is how it said, is Trance. Valentino Con is like mostly house. Just a really fun like party set. Vinny Vici, is Vinny Vici on here twice? I didn't even notice that. Okay, go off. Warface back-to-back Disturb is hard dance. West End is House. Will Atkinson Trance. Wooly is bass. I definitely want to see Wooly at EDC. His Lost Lands set last year was definitely up there as one of my favorites. I really love his music. Yoshi and Rasner are Trance. Zed, I feel like everyone knows. And then I thought this was really interesting. Zed's Dead back-to-back Chase and Status, because that'll be drum and bass, since Chase and Status is D&B, and obviously Zed's Dead does a little bit of D&B, so the two of them will be together, and it'll be drum and bass. Definitely want to see that. Last but not least, Sunday. I'm running out of breath, y'all. This is a fucking workout to go through all these names. 8Ks is house. 9x9. I say 9x9. It could be 9 times 9. I'm sure a techno snob will correct me in the comments, but that's fine. I say 9x9. Sorry, cry about it. Techno. 100 drums, bass, more experimental. Abana is house, or Abana, not sure how to pronounce it exactly, sorry. 8Craze back-to-back Noizu is house. Adrenalize is hard dance. Andin is more like melodic, progressive, housey, like trance vibes. Armin, I love Armin. I just always have to see him. I hope this is more of like a trance set because that is what I love the most. But yeah, he's one of my all-time favorite artists, one of the artists that like got me into dance music, so I'm so happy he will be there. Baggy is house. Ben Nicky again is doing extreme, so this is a back-to-back with Sub-Zero project, which we will absolutely be attending this set. That's gonna be so much fucking fun. Bensley back-to-back Justin Hawks, also a must for me. This is drum and bass. BTSM, I feel like most people kind of know now, but they kind of do a like hybrid set. They are so much fun to see live. They do some bass, some like, I don't know, they just kind of do, it's mostly bass, but they do a good blend of other genres as well, and they're just so much fun. So definitely check them out. Blank is also bass. Same with Boogie T, he's more like experimentally. Borgor back-to-back Level Up. I was kind of shocked to see that back-to-back. That's definitely an unexpected one, but that'll be bass. Brennan Hart is hard dance. I really like Brennan Hart. Capozzi is house, so is Chris Lorenzo, so is Sid. Chris Lorenzo, like if you're not into house music or you have a friend who's not, bring them to Chris Lorenzo because his sets are just so like kind of bass driven. Like there's such a strong bass line and it is so much fun. So highly recommend Chris Lorenzo. Code Black and Disturb are hard dance. So is Deadly Guns. Deeper Purpose is house. Dennis Ferrera's house. Dioro's very fun set, like a little more EDM-y. Dimension, thank fucking God. I was manifesting he was gonna be on this lineup. I kind of knew he would be because I feel like he's on a lot of Insomniac stuff lately. Probably the one I'm most excited for. Well, we have Slander as well, so it's a debate, you know what I mean? It's a debate. But I am such a fan of Dimension and I cannot wait to see him at EDC again. I saw him, I think the first time I ever saw Dimension was EDC 2021. Yeah, I think it was. And I literally went by myself because at that point in time, no one liked drum and bass. Now not most people, but a lot of people in the US like drum and bass. A lot of my friends do, but at the time no one did, so I went by myself and I had a great time. It was so much fun, but now it's like definitely gonna be awesome to go and see like how big of a crowd he has because he's gotten much bigger in the US, and I think that's awesome. So definitely excited for Dimension. Dirt Monkey for your more like wonky experimental bass. DJ Minx's house. Don Bresky's on here again. I feel like he's always like all over Insomniac lineups, so yeah, he'll be back. I'm pretty sure he's on the camp lineup as well. I feel like he's always on the camp lineup, but yeah, he's awesome. Ellen Alien is techno. Enamor is more like melodic-y, progressive. Excision's on here, of course. Frame, which is Declan James and Decoder. This is gonna be techno. Frankie Wah, we also just had for a Gray Area show. He and Spencer Brown on the same lineup. He is so good. If you guys haven't heard of Frankie Wah and you're into more like, or even if you're not into this, like I feel like you could go and appreciate it. It's more melodic and just like feel good. Like, I went to that show for work and I was like, this is genuinely, I think, one of the best shows we've had in a while. Just the energy and the music, just so good. So good. And he was also one of the nicest people ever. So definitely check out Frankie. Fred Everything is house, a little bit more funky vibes. Gammer back-to-back Tweakacore will be a really fun hard dance set. Gareth Emery is on here again, some trance. Gentleman's Club is bass. Good Boys is more like housey, but like a little more pop leaning. Grizztronics is Grizz back-to-back Subtronics. That'll be really fun. Hannah Wants is house. Hole is rhythm. I Hate Models is techno. Emanu, I never know if I'm pronouncing this one right, but it's a little bit more like multi-genre. Some D&B, some trap, but just like bass overall. Jay Wara is house. So is Jaded. James Hype, once again, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for James Hype, day 3. All right, Jeff Mills is techno, Joshua's house, Kalina Xander's house. Cascade Redo is more like chill Cascade. If you've never caught this set of his, I highly recommend it. It's a little more like chill vibes. Lane 8, I was so excited when I saw Lane 8 on this lineup, you guys. I was kind of shocked that he was at what stage is he at? Quantum Valley. But it's like that whole day is like all his vibe, like this never happened. So it makes sense. But he was at Circuit Grounds last time, and I was hoping he was going to be at Circuit Grounds again, but that's okay. Love him so much, one of my favorite artists, so that'll be really great. Le Youth, same vibe. Levincon is hard dance. Loud Luxury is like EDM, like house, but like poppy. Marshmello back-to-back Sudden Death. Everyone was really shocked by this, but if you think about it, it makes sense. Like, they've collabed in the past. I would be curious to see what they do with this. Martin Horger is house. Martin Garrix, I feel like everyone knows. Midnight Tea is bass. Motec is hard dance. Peekaboo is bass, a little bit more experimental. Rainier Zonneveld is doing a live set. He's techno. He's awesome. I've seen him a few times now. He's very talented. Rob G, 30 Years, is hard dance. Say My Name is bass. Shipwreck is house. Slander, ladies and gentlemen, they are back at EDC, thank fuck. And they're also doing Before Dawn. So in case you're not familiar, this is their new techno alias. They put out a couple techno tracks on their last album and kind of shocked everyone. And now they're doing a Before Dawn alias. So they're going to be playing all techno. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what they do with this. I think it's awesome that they're branching out. And yeah, so they'll be doing that as well as a normal set. Sunny Federa is house. Soren is hard dance. Space Motion is house, a little bit more chill, progressive vibes. Sultan and Shepherd, also like more melodic house, chill. Chami back-to-back AC Slater is gonna be fucking fun as hell. Definitely going to that. Things You Say is house. So is To Be Honest and Todd Terry. Township Rebellion, really awesome, like more house but melodic-y vibes. Tsunami is kind of like multi-genre, I would say mostly melodic bass. We have Wax on there, who's house. Will Clark, who is usually used to be house, but he's definitely techno now. So in case you didn't know, he's very much pivoted to techno. Highly recommend. He is so much fun to see live and love him. He's great, super talented. Yellow Claw is trap, and Yotto, same vibe as Lane 8, like melodic, uplifting, good house vibe. And that's it, you guys. Woo, we got through it. Thank you guys so much for sitting and listening to me rant about this lineup. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already, because I will have a lot more EDC content coming. I'll be doing, as usual, like my set times and where I'll be video when that drops. And I will be vlogging the entire time, and I am just so excited. I can't wait to be back. And it's such a magical festival, and especially when you camp, you're just so immersed and it's so much fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. And yeah, hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.